Hey friends, it's Coach Mike Pointer here with another really important lesson. I'm so in my elder years here, I guess, wisdom, good wisdom. I'm curious. I want to know why. I've one of my mentors before he passed away, he said the way that he built his fortune was curiosity. He said it all started with curiosity. Now, when he said that, it didn't make much sense to me. I'm like, what is he talking about, right? It took me a few years to figure that one out. Okay, let me share with you 5 reasons why some people don't like you. 5 reasons. I'm in my 20th year coaching, and see, I couldn't just say, after having certain interactions with certain people here at my studio, I couldn't just say, oh man, some people just stupid. Some people, I don't care. I don't care if they don't like me. I don't care. See, we had to dig deeper than that. It's like, yeah, I mean, a little bit, enough of me did care to be curious. And boy, the things I discovered. 5 reasons. And this isn't a negative talk. This isn't, yeah, we'll show them. We want to have wisdom. We want to have understanding. If we can delve inside the minds of some, then we may see some things there that may give us insight in how to have better relationships. Okay, 5 reasons. Reason 1, some people see you as a threat to them. They see you as a threat. You may be more likable than they are. You may get more attention than them. You may be smarter, more athletic, have more charisma, and they have an issue with you. It's not necessarily that they want to, but they just have an issue with you, and there's not much you can do about it. Sometimes there is. I'll mention a few things here. Well, one thing, you probably won't like it, but it works. It's part of the reason I'm still in business. But some people see you as a threat. I remember when I first started auditioning, I envied other guys and all that. I already left the post on that, right? But eventually I got over it and I started working, right? And so there was a young man, David. I saw him at a callback for Sears. No, a callback for JCPenney. Excuse me. No, it was a callback for some other commercial. He had a Sears running. That's right. He had booked a Sears. I mean, I had auditioned for it as well. But so he was there at the audition. And I said, hey, David, man, congratulations on your Sears. I saw it running. And he looked at me and said, yeah, thanks. And he just kind of walked away. I'm like, wow, what's wrong with dude? Why respond like that? So I'm driving home, and then I realized, oh my Lord, I booked some JCPenney's like prior to that, and I always saw him at those auditions. Like in a 4-year period, I booked 7 JCPenney commercials in a 4-year period. Sometime I did the spring campaign and the fall campaign. And I mean, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm hallucinating, but I believe that was his issue. He felt like every time I go for JCPenney, you get it. Right. And I finally got a Sears, a clothing company. I mean, I noticed it. And I'm like, oh, that's David. I mean, I didn't know him personally. I just see his name on the sign-in sheet. So I was some threat to him, or he had some issue with me. There's nothing I can do about it. Those jobs were mine. When he got the Sears, that was his job. Right. So some see you as a threat to them, like they're going to lose something because you're around. And then some of those situations, nothing you can do about it, right? Just try to be understanding. Nothing you did wrong. It's just your presence. Number 2, they measure themselves against you. Some call it the opposite of equivalent. Some call it the opposite equivalent. I mean, I've heard it stated a few ways. But the opposite of equivalent. So they see you're kind of a mirror to what they don't want to see when they look in a mirror. Like you're the opposite of them. and they have an issue with you. It's like, it could be anything. You got beautiful eyebrows, or I don't know, you got perfect teeth, or see, this is why you don't compete with other people. You set a high standard based on your goals, what you want, and then you compete with that. Compete with who you were yesterday. If you didn't do great yesterday, then let's do great today. If you were outstanding yesterday, today I got to beat yesterday. At least that's my goal, right? We don't compete with other people. There's always going to be someone more beautiful, someone more talented, someone smarter, someone that has the edge. If anything, congratulate them. Study them, learn from them. Don't copy them, but study them, learn from them, right? We're all kind of learning from someone else that was here before us anyway, to some degree. There's no need to envy. There's no need to compare yourself with someone else. So they have an issue with you because when they see you, oh, here he come. Oh, here she come, right? They have an issue with you because they see some things in you they wish they had, and that's a problem to them. Very, very sad. I didn't really experience that too much, when I was coming up. Again, the commercial bookings and that kind of thing, that was different. I was a hellion with that in my own mind. You wouldn't have been able to tell seeing me because I was always like this, right? But on the inside, it's like, man, dude, booking my jobs. But this here, man, I went to high school with some great looking guys. They were great. In fact, I formed a little troop and used to hang out with them, right? Back in my little days. And I just never competed with those guys. I just didn't. I'm just not into it. Not on that level. But then I'd hang out with some guys that did. Some would come over my house and my mom would take a liking to them, but they always had some issue with me. Always kind of looking up behind me or looking at what I'm doing or checking my little girlfriend out that I had at the time, that kind of thing, right? So they're going to measure themselves against you. So again, I'm just giving you the reason why, if you're wondering why some people act weird towards you. Number 3, oh man, this is a tough one. Now, some can't deal with this because you're going to say, that's not my responsibility. Listen, you won't show them the attention they feel you owe them. You refuse to feed them. And sometimes you don't even know. It's like, I didn't know you wanted my attention. We used to do it back in school. The little girl that I was, high school, that I wanted to get involved with, right? I would act weird towards her. I would be mean to her or act aloof or like I didn't like her just to get her attention. Well, big grown-ups still play the same kind of games. They do it on the job. They do it at different organizations, situations. You won't give them the attention that they want. See, what some folks do is, little do you know, they're in a relationship with you in their head already. Men do this with women all the time, right? Especially if they meet you and you're taking a class, you hang out with them for a little while. They're in their head. They're already dating you. And so they get upset when you won't receive and play to the script that they feel somehow you've been reading along with them. They don't like it, right? So, but even in male, female relationships, some people want your attention. I've experienced it here with my clients, right, over the years. And oftentimes it's younger men. They're 10 years younger than me, some 15. And yeah, I'm the coach here. So yeah, I get a lot of attention. And, girls and females say and women say what they want to say. And, yeah, it's nice that people compliment you and that kind of thing. But some of the men see it, the attention that I get, and then it's like they act weird towards me. And so I had to figure it out. And so I started feeding my men, like showing them more attention. Especially when they approach me with questions and stuff and they need help. Yes, make them feel special. Make them feel like, yeah, it's I'm here for you. I'll wrap my arms around you, right? And then I notice, it's like, wow, they come to class the next week. Wow, they're different. Wow, They chat. Some share, man, the stuff they share. It's like, wow, why are they sharing this with me? Because I felt like I needed you, right? To be there for me, to wrap your arms around me, accept me as a brother, right? Receive me as a sister. Some females never take my course, never had a good relationship with their dad. And I'm this strong male figure, right? And it's like I need him to be open to me. He seems aloof towards me or distant. That's because, of course, if you're a female, there's only so much I can do before I get accused of, like, some lady gonna come to my course, and she gonna wear some fishnet top and all of this and got the boobs juggling all up out of her top, and like I'm not supposed to notice that. Like I'm just supposed to, oh no, I'm 100% red-blooded male and I don't see that. It's like, well, you shouldn't be wearing them tops then. If you don't want me to look, if you don't want me to notice, then you shouldn't be wearing that stuff. And I'm no fool. I'm not, oh, look at, no, but it's that you got that going like that. You put the top on for attention anyway. You know what you're doing. Who are we trying to kid here? I'm not very PC. That's why I've been coaching 20 years, because I have a significant amount of people that love straight talk. They just like, dude, just give it straight. So at least he'll be honest with you. They have the wisdom to know he's not going to say everything I like. What kind of clown would think? You better say everything I want to hear. That's foolish. You don't even say everything you want to hear. You don't even mean everything you say. That's why you'll go home and call. I just wanted to apologize for something I said earlier. Another person say, oh, that didn't offend me. Yeah, but rolling out of your mouth, it didn't sound right to you. So the issue is, I can only go so far with women unless they are like, yeah, I wanted to share this, or I got this question or whatever, because it's all kind of crazy stuff happens today. If you even look at a woman sideways, you're in trouble. Right? So the issue is, again, some folks, and because of that, there's this barrier with females, and some don't like it. It's like you won't extend yourself to me the way I want you to. And so they act weird towards you, like you're rejecting them because of what they have in their head. And me as a leader and as a coach, man, I gotta notice all of it and then know how to navigate. All right, number 4. Some people, oh gosh, this is a tough one. Some people don't like you because of what you believe. Look at that. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. Politics. Look at how we claim we don't want this divide, but yet if you mention something about an opposing party that someone has, right, then they curse you and they slime you, call you all kind of names, and I don't want to be your friend anymore and all of that. And you're not the type that says, well, I'm not trying to tell you who to vote for or who you should like. I'm just giving you who I like. And that's still not enough. Oh, I hate you. Oh, you mother, oh, and all that. And it's like, wow, really? But out of the other side of your mouth, you claim you're so loving and you just love, and the world just need to love each other. And wow. So the deal is, that's why some people don't like you, because of what you believe. Because I don't care what a person believes. I really, really don't, right? If you racist or whatever, I couldn't care less. All I care about is how you treat me. Because some people smile in your face, you know it. They smile, hi, Mike, how are you? And they can't stand you. But all is right with you if they treat you with respect. That's all. Isn't that all you ask? That should be all you ask. And if you don't agree with what I agree with, if you don't believe what I believe, I hate you. Come on, man. What kind of crap is that? You have a difficult time with your own belief about your future, belief about what you should eat and put in your own mouth, belief about how you need to work on your personality, and belief about how you need to handle your fitness and get in shape and all that. You haven't struggled enough with that. But now you're going to try to tell somebody what they ought to believe? You ain't even handling your own. It's enough. Again, compete with yourself. But some people have an issue with you because of what you believe. And I think today in my free audit, I just had a free audit. I got another one coming up here in a few minutes. I believe when it just came out that I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. See, I just lost some of y'all right there. Look at I say I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. The lady changed her mind about taking my course. She was all ready to sign up. And I don't be preaching and all that stuff here. It comes in certain ways that I'm a believer. And some people, man, they have a problem with that. But yet, on the other side of their mouth, they'll claim how loving they are. Yeah, but if the whole world would just love each other. Yeah, well, it's going to take some sacrifice for the whole world to just love each other, right? It's going to take some sacrifice. I wouldn't have got mad at her if she would have said, yeah, and I worship Satan. I wouldn't have got mad at her. I would have just said, just treat me well. Don't bring any spirits to my class, right? But just treat me well, treat me with respect, and we're good. Because, my wife was saying a long time ago, she said, all them people that come to your place ain't your friend. They're not your friend. Just like the people that go shop at Nordstrom, they all aren't lovers of Nordstrom. They just happen to be walking through and saw a shirt that they like. Oh, I like that shirt. Think I'll get it. Their half yearly sale? No, I'm not going to that. So the issue is some people, because of what some folk get mad. Look at how small the brain is. Some people get mad because you like the sports team you like. They're mad because you like the Clippers and you don't like the Lakers. Oh, heaven help us, Lord. And we'll destroy our relationships over politics. How important is that person to you? Then you got to ask yourself, how important are people to me? If they have a belief, not that they're treating me bad, but that they have a belief. And because I don't agree with their belief, I can just write them off. What kind of person are you? Look at that. That's the hardcore question here. You have to ask yourself, what kind of person am I? That because that person, they ain't never crossed me, never did anything wrong to me. And because they have a belief I disagree with, I write them off. Oh, the darkness of the human heart. Okay, so number 5. Some people just simply read you the wrong way. Look at that. You sitting up minding your own business, you're a good person, you help folks, you're good in your community, good in your church family, church community. And some folk just read you the wrong way. There's something called the triple A's. People read you based on the triple A's: appearance, attitudes, and actions. Appearance, attitudes, and action. Some people just look at you and they don't like you. They look at your nose. They got a problem with your nose. Some people, your weight. Some people look at you because you're so fit and so in shape and they're not. And they envy you. They just have a problem with you. They read you the wrong way. You haven't even talked to them and they got some issue with you. Something in their past, you represent some idea or version of it, and they haven't even had a conversation with you, and they have a problem with you. The stuff folks deal with that you don't even know about, but they just treat you weird. And there's not much you can do about it, right? Attitudes, the second in the series of triple A's. And some people just, your attitude, whether if it's great one day or not so great one day, they have an issue with you. Hi, I'd like a table for 2. Oh, well, right now that section is closed or whatever, right? And, some people just, I don't know. Well, I went in a restaurant one time with my family, and dude has the same skin color as mine. And I said, we'd like to sit in that section. Oh, that's closed for happy hour. I said, well, it's 2:15. Happy hours are what time? 5. I said, oh, we'd like to sit over in that. I don't care about no department or I want to sit. Man, when I go out with my family, it's 5 or 6 of us. I know we don't drink alcohol, but hey, man, I tip big. And the bill's no less than $2.50 when we go out. And I'm going to tip on that. And if you really style me up, I'm going to tip real big time. Dude got an issue with us. And we look just like him, as people would put it, right? So maybe he didn't like that we were so cheerful when we came in. Maybe if we were dark like him, it would have been okay, right? And then a beautiful Hispanic woman walked up. She said, I'm sorry, where would you guys like to sit? Right? And we said, oh, we want that. She said, come on. And the dude rolled his eyes at us, rolled his eyes on the way out. Can I say I love him? Well, I don't hate the guy, but that's bad. You don't do that. Come on. And I'm here and helping you keep your job by paying. And you see all six of us. Yeah, because my mother-in-law's with you. See all six of us whirl up in there. Come on. Come on. You got to be smarter than that. And then action. So, some people have an issue with certain things that you do, good things or not so good things. Someone can see you showing kindness to someone they don't like, and now they're angry with you, right? Families will do this. You'll have a loved one that don't like the neighbor across the street, but you never had any issues with the neighbor. You always speak and you always, I'm always kind to them. But because somebody else in your family don't like them, you're not supposed to like them either. See, that's just control. That's mind control. And our nation's well on its way to that. We're already doing it. The government really, they're on their way to do it, but they really don't have to do it. We'll do it to ourselves. Again, with this decision thing, this whole voting thing, we're doing it to ourselves. You got to call me by this name and that name. See, all that's just mind control. That's all it is. So we're doing it against ourselves. It's not that the government or anybody, terrorists that want to bomb us. It's like, America's going to self-destruct anyway. Just leave them alone because they're so busy tearing each other down. So the issue is, some people that they get this thing in their head about who you are, and the ego is so big, you're showing them that just naturally, I'm not who you've made up the story to be in your head. And you're showing them different. And that story in their head they've created about you is so strong, they don't want to be wrong. Oh gosh, because the human ego, we hate being mistaken. I'll even call it that, not wrong. We hate being mistaken. So it's like, nope, that's who I believe you are. So they're stuck on that. I don't want to believe anything other than the story I've created in my head about you. And they just won't let it go. And so they'll just treat you a certain way if you got to hang out, be around them forever. Because, even though I'm different, even though I saw you sitting over there and you look sad and I came over to say, are you okay? Do you need something? You need to talk? It's like, you just doing that because it's like nothing I can do. Because the story they've created in their head, believe me, I have been through this with my classes. Come November, I will have trained 30,000 clients. You think I haven't run into all of these? Oh, yes, I have. That's why I'm speaking on it. Consider myself an expert on it. Because I'd meet people here at my free class and my regular class, man, some of the people I can tell, it's like, I can't stand this guy. I hate his guts and liver. And so I'd go home and I'd be curious about it. And I'd say, wow, I wonder, because it's easy to say, I don't care. It's easy to say that. But I was curious. And so I'd do a little research on it. So I want you to be encouraged. That's why I'm saying it's not so we can be negative and cynical. None of this is negative, right? It's just to have an understanding, as the word of God says, in all thy getting, get an understanding. You just want to understand the motives of some people. Sure, some of the people, some that read you the wrong way, you started off on the wrong foot with them. Some of those relationships are going to be recaptured. Many of them are, because you meet people for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Don't write that down. You've heard that before. So some of those people, and some you've had conversations with, they say, you know what? It's so funny. Friend of mine, Marcus, one of my dear friends. I haven't seen him in years, but he's dear to my heart. We worked together and he couldn't stand me because he liked this young lady and she was digging me and all that. This is way back in the 80s, right? And so, but we ended up being friends. And I don't get to see him like I'd like to. But we was laughing one day talking. He said, you know what, Mike, when I first met you, I couldn't stand you. And I said, Marcus, you know what? I couldn't stand you either. And we laughed. And that's my boy. I haven't seen him in years, but we talk sometime on the phone. I sent him my books and stuff. He's doing well. And, so sometimes you say, man, you know what? There's a reason I met this person. And sometimes, you get over this crap here and you see that all is well. It's like, you know what? I was just reading a person the wrong way. That's all. Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with them, nothing wrong with me. We just We just learn. We learn how to be patient. We learn how to be forgiving, right? So friends, I didn't mean to, what is that? Ooh, 25 minutes. I get so caught up in this stuff because this is where it's at, man. This here, right? Wisdom, understanding is where it's at. All right, friends, I appreciate you for watching. The next lesson I'm going to have for you is going to be the one person that can tear down everything that you've built, everything. The one person. And I need you to avoid this type of person. And some of you, you're going to be on fire when I mention it. When I start digging in, you're going to be on fire. Because I bet more than 60% of you will say, yes, I have experienced this type of person. So that lesson will be coming hopefully this week, but I'm going to get it to you. Yeah. All right. So savor this one, folks. The 5 reasons some people don't like you. And in some cases, you can rekindle those relationships. And in some cases, nothing you can do about it. You just live joyfully with power, purpose, and passion. All right, friends. Thank you for watching.